is up in the gallery. The boy I love is looking down at me. Morning, Mr. Holmes.
For Wiggins. He is to deliver it immediately.
Professor Flanders, Manford House, Museum, Egyptian Gallery.
Egyptian galleries. First floor in the Scarab room, the winged scarab and jewellery of the pharaohs. It's up there.
What do you two want?
Letter for Professor Flanders. Urgent.
I'll take it.
No, you won't. We've got to deliver it personal. Yeah.
Who's it from?
Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Don't be funny with me, my lad. Professor Flanders is in the Scarab room, through the main gallery to the right. Follow me.
What was I saying?
Tja, Herr Professor, that the passages were clogged with mud.
Oh, yes, of course. You had to strip to the buff, don't you know, and slide through, taking measurements on the way. Ghastly. The actual burial chamber was 40 feet inside the cliff. And that's where I found the winged scarab, gentlemen. Took my breath away, I can assure you. One of the oldest jewels in the world.
And, my dear Flanders, one of the most beautiful.
Indeed.
Hervorragende Facharbeit. Ausgezeichnete Erhaltungsstand.
Yes, absolutely.
Blimey.
Mummies.
All of them?
All of them.
No daddies?
A royal jewel, inscribed with the seal of Amenhotep I. On loan, of course. Timar owns it.
Timar?
James Roy Timar, American millionaire, fearfully rich. He financed the entire dig.
Excuse me, Professor, but these two would like a word with you. They say it's urgent.
Urgent?
From Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Thank you, my boy.
Any reply, Gov?
Tell Mr. Holmes that such an idea is absurd. Now, where was I?
All right, you two.
Now, why do people like you always think we're kangaroos?
Yeah, this place is open to the public. And if we want to look around, there's nothing you can do about it.
With a genuine knowledge of the 18th dynasty.
18. Dynastie.
Great heavens, what was that?
I think his neck's broken. Poor devil.
clues.
What happened?
He must have fallen down the stairs. I'm afraid he's a goner.
Oh, my God. My God. Are you sure?
He's dead, sir. I always said them stairs was dangerous, especially after they've been cleaned. I nearly took Edo once myself.
Yes, all right, Mr. Willett, that'll do. You best send for a doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, please. The man's dead. There's nothing you can do for him. He's past all help, I'm afraid.
Shall I also send for the police, Professor?
Oh, yes. I think you'd better.
Wait for me, cabby.
Give Mr. Holmes' room a good dust, and then Dr. Watson's. But don't move anything.
As if we...
Stanley? Front door!
On my way, Mrs. H.
I've called to see Dr. John Watson,
Whom shall I say, sir?
an old acquaintance.
Yes?
The gentleman, see, sir, says he's an old acquaintance.
Oh, very well, Stanley. Show him in.
In here, sir.
Forgive me, sir, I cannot recall. You're certain we know each other?
Oh, yes, indeed, Dr. Watson. Though I admit that until this moment we have not actually met face to face.
Ah, really?
You've written about me several times in your sycophantic accounts concerning the doings of Sherlock Holmes.
Sycophantic?
Surely you recognize the orth dynamics of an asteroid?
Moriarty.
Professor Moriarty, if you please.
What do you want?
Oh, I have what I want, my dear sir. Or rather, who I want.
Who?
Really, sir, you're being quite remarkably obtuse.
Holmes. You've kidnapped Sherlock Holmes.
Precisely. He's been dogging my every move for the last month. Moreover, he partly uncovered my plans. It became imperative that I should prevent him from thwarting them.
Why have you come here?
Merely to warn you.
Warn me?
That if you inform the police that Holmes is in my power, he will die. Believe me, Dr. Watson, I have eyes and ears everywhere, even at Scotland Yard.
You fiend.
Oh, please, there's no need for melodrama. I'm about to execute one of the most brilliant of my many projects.
Crimes, Moriarty. Crimes.
And no one will be allowed to stand in my way. Would you care to learn what I intend? With Holmes in the bag, as it were, I can afford to let the cat out of it. Can't I?
Go on.
You've heard of the winged scarab of Amenhotep?
Indeed. The papers have been full of it.
It's the single most valuable find in the history of archaeology. I intend to own it.
By stealing it, naturally.
It will be removed from the Egyptian gallery on Thursday night. I will then take the ferry from Dover. Once I am safely in Switzerland, I will give orders for the release of Sherlock Holmes.
Or for his murder.
We have fought a long, secret battle, he and I. It is on the whetstone of his intellect that my genius has been sharpened. I'm sure you agree it would be distressing if his career were suddenly cut short.
Why?
And cut short it certainly will be if I fail to return from this meeting. That is indeed elementary, my dear Watson. Good day to you, sir.
Good day.
"23 Nelson Street."
What?
What are we gonna do?
I don't know, Rosie Gowan, that's a fact.
He's a real bad un, ain't
He's the worst. The Napoleon of crime, Mr. Holmes calls him.
he? Poor Mr. Holmes.
Come on, we better get finished quick. We gotta tell Wiggins.
Right. Now let's get this straight. 1. Mr. Holmes finds out Moriarty's going to steal this whatchamacallit.
Winged Scarab.
Wing Scarab.
How do you know? 'Cause we heard Moriarty say so.
And that was what the note we took to Professor Flanders was about.
How'd you know that? 'Cause what Flanders said, stupid. What'd he say? Tell Mr. Holmes that such a thing's absurd.
He don't know Moriarty. 2, he kidnaps Mr. Holmes.
Who does?
Moriarty! You ain't listening, are you, Shiner? 3, he tells Dr. Watson to keep his trap shut, or Mr. Holmes will be pushing up the daisies.
Hey, we've got to rescue him, haven't we?
Yeah.
What? Us? No one else, is there?
Shiner's right for once.
What do you mean, once?
There is no one else. Dr. Watson can't do a thing, so it's all up to us.
Yeah, just think of the headlines. Baker Street boys save Sherlock Holmes.
This is serious, Sparrow.
Look, you can't take on Moriarty.
And why not?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, he don't know we know, and he don't know who we are.
Wouldn't be too sure of that.
What's that address again?
I think he said 23 Nelson Street.
Right, Beaver. You and me will take a look.
We'll never get him out of there. It's like a prison.
It is a prison. For Mr. Holmes.
Has our guest been given his injection?
Enough to keep him very quiet.
Excellent. A splendid day's work, Colonel. Ellis silenced, Holmes captured, and Watson unable to do or say anything. Your health, Moran.
And yours, Professor.
Moriarty is going to let Mr. Holmes go when he gets to Switzerland.
That's what he said. Do you believe him, no?
No, I don't.
Yeah, well, neither do I.
Oh, Wiggins, can't you think of nothing?
Well,
Well, what?
well, there is a way. But you ain't gonna like it.
Tell me.
We steals it first.
Still what?
The winged scarab.
What on earth for?
We do a swap, see? We tell Moriarty he can have the scarab if we can have Sherlock Holmes.
Bit of a risk, Wiggins.
Risk? Of course it's a risk. It's Moriarty we're up against, not Father Christmas.
But if we cross him, he'll come after us later.
Ah, but you heard him say he was getting the Dover ferry on Thursday night. So once Mr. Holmes is safe, we calls the police and tells them to pick Moriarty up at Dover.
Oh, Wiggins, you're a genius.
Yeah, I am a bit, ain't I?
But I still don't see how we can get the scarab. For a start, we don't even know where it looks. And if you think we can just grab it out of that museum and make a dash for it, you're off your noddle.
Look, Queenie, if there's any way of getting that scarab, we've got to try.
Stealing's wrong, Wiggins.
I know, but it's Mr. Holmes's life that's at stake.
Yes, Arnold. You're right.
So once we've told the others, I think we'll go back to that museum and have a look around. First thing in the morning.
Not again. What do you want?
Come to show me mates the winged scarab, didn't I?
What for?
For the same reason anybody would come and see it.
Yeah, because he's old.
Dirty and all.
It's old, all right. It's 18th dynasty.
What does that mean?
You wouldn't understand.
Oh, yes, she would.
I'm saying she wouldn't.
Oh, please.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I'll tell you if you'll listen.
Yeah, come on, you two. Bit of order.
Well, about 3,500 years ago, this here winged scarab belonged to Amenhotep I,
What's the scarab?
a beetle.
Oh,
In Egyptian art, it represents the sun god.
yeah.
And this one here is supposed to have a curse on it.
Here you are. Knows your stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, well, you have to, see, because of the visitors.
Of course. Well, what's it worth then?
A thing like this is priceless. Belongs to an American millionaire.
What if someone tried to steal it?
They'd have a job while I'm here.
But what about when you ain't here?
At night, an electrically operated alarm system operates. Anyone opens this case a fraction of an inch, and bells ring all over the blooming place.
Well, what about them windows?
Yeah.
Well, there's alarms on the windows as well, and locks on the inside, of course.
Yeah, but what about if someone did get in?
The whole place is patrolled inside and out. Believe you me, nobody's going to steal nothing.
Yeah, I can well believe it.
What's it made of?
Go. And lapis lazuli.
Reckon you could get into that and out again, fast. Like grease lightning, mate. Right. Give us your cap then.
What?
You can't. Come on.
Did the king wear it round his neck?
Oh, I think so. On a chain. You know, like the Lord Mayor. He used to wear a lot of jewellery. Even earrings.
Earrings?
We've learned a lot.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
Ever so interesting.
Ancient Egypt is a fascinating subject. You'll be back, I'll warrant.
You're right, Governor. We will. grab the Scarab out of the case and run back into your case. Have you got that?
Yeah, I've got it.
It won't work. It'll get cold.
No, I won't.
It's got to work. It's Thursday tomorrow, and that's when Moriarty's supposed to steal it. Tonight is our last chance. What's the time then, Beaver?
Nearly 5 o'clock.
Come on, Shiner. Museum shuts at 6.
All the best, Shiner.
Yeah, mate. All the best.
Good luck, Shiner.
Thanks.
Now, you take care of yourself. And don't do anything rash. Here's some bread and jam.
So, Queenie.
Come on. To love, Shiner.
Yeah,
Don't
I
said
said
remember what I said.
Oh, well, that's the last we see of poor old Shiner.
Sparrow?
Yeah.
That's enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, the museum will be closing in 5 minutes. Not again.
My mate left his cap.
Well, I ain't silly.
He said he put it down over there.
Where?
Well, here.
I can see no sign of it.
Maybe it slipped down behind him.
Let me look. This thing's valuable. I don't want you scratching it. Well, I'll feel something, I think. Wait a minute. Yeah, got it. It's hardly worth the bother, was it?
His years of wearing this. I'm grateful, I really am. Won't bother you again, mate. Ta.
It's the time. It's time he moved.
Yeah.
Maybe he's stuck.
Well, you're a blooming Johnny, you are.
The Scarab is unique, priceless.
We know it is, Professor, but it's gone. However, I already have a theory which could lead to its recovery.
Have you, by George?
Your help has been invaluable, but there's really nothing more you can do for the moment. Might I suggest you have breakfast, and then perhaps we will discuss the matter further.
Breakfast first. Yes, yes. Talk later. Yes, of course. I will.
Poor beggar's in a dreadful state. What's the time, Hopkins?
It's nearly 7, Inspector.
Lord help us, we've been here since 2.
Yes, sir.
And all we've found is this. There are 6 suspects, aren't there, Hopkins?
6, Inspector?
6. How do I know that? Come now, Hopkins, you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes. The guards all say that the alarms went off within seconds of each other. Now, You're the burglar, Hopkins. You come over the railings using the rope ladder. You run to the wall of the museum. You climb up to that window and break it. What happens?
The alarm goes off.
Exactly. You then have to spend at least 45 seconds, maybe longer, forcing the lock. And all the while, the alarm is ringing. You then throw open the window and climb in, say, another seconds. You run over to the display case and open it. What happens?
The alarm goes off.
Exactly. The alarm goes off, not seconds after the one on the window, but nearly a minute later. Do you really think you've time to grab the jewellery, scoot back to the window, climb out, drop down to the ground and run across the courtyard to the rope ladder? No, Hopkins. You'd be caught. That's why there are 6 suspects. It has to be one of the guards, because this was an inside job, Hopkins, made to look like a break-in. Now take this down, Hopkins. One of the guards comes into the gallery and takes his time forcing the lock. Then he smashes the window. More glass was found outside than in. The alarm goes off. He runs over to the display case and opens it. The alarm goes off within seconds of the first. Got that? He grabs the scarab and throws it through the window to an accomplice. This man races across the courtyard, over the railings, and away.
Oh, it's uncommonly agile, sir.
An athlete, Hopkins. Handpicked for the job.
I wouldn't care to try it.
This was a daring and carefully planned crime. It would not surprise me if Moriarty himself was behind it.
Read that.
Impossible.
Impossible? But somebody else should steal the winged scarab? No, Moran.
But who?
I've been guilty of a serious error of judgment. I should have realized that any colleague of Sherlock Holmes would be worthy of him.
Dr. Watson.
Who else, apart from Holmes, knew of my intentions?
Then Holmes dies now.
That would be foolish, Colonel. Consider why Watson has stolen the scarab.
To prevent us from getting it.
No, Moran. To bargain with it. For the safe return of Holmes. He must have realized I meant to kill him. I've been outwitted, Moran.
Then we must deal with the doctor.
No.